But I know a little boxing myself,
Yes, you
and
do.
I saw a man with a minimal amount of head movement that would have been target practice for somebody sharper, and combine the sharpness with the power that we know Floyd is devoid of, pretty much. And I'm telling you right now, it would jeopardize everything with Conor. I wouldn't allow it to happen.
So let's say Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford or someone like that, or Canelo, whomever, knocks him out in 3 or 4 rounds, and now it's clear to everyone, okay, he did great against a 40-year-old Mayweather, but against a young, hungry puncher, he just needs to develop more as a boxer. He could be a good boxer, but he doesn't have the time to devote on a low level to build himself up. Stay to MMA. What do you think, a second or third or fourth round knockout's going to end his career? He'll recover and go back to MMA. Like, I understand. So in other words, I agree with you.
If that's the case, Max, why didn't you let him get knocked out Saturday night? Why are you talking about the stoppage was on time? Why don't you just let him fall? I mean, if there's nothing to worry about, you started off the show. Hold on. You started off the show talking about, hey, protect the fighter, because guess what? He's going back to the UFC, and now here you are saying, well, what's the big deal about him getting knocked out? Well, why didn't you let him get knocked out Saturday night?
Now we're going to see how much Stephen A. knows about boxing, in fact, and I know you do know your boxing, Stephen A. You're a big-time boxing fan from way back. We used to chop it up about boxing in the hallways of ESPN Radio New York. Boxing and basketball we'd be talking about all the time. Sometimes, ironically, if you're in against a puncher who's not devastating, you wind up taking more punishment because he doesn't knock you out early, because he needs an accumulation of shots, because the referee never has a perfect time to stop the fight. You wind up taking dozens and dozens and dozens of more punches to the head clean than you would against the devastating puncher who gets you out of there with a couple of shots earlier in the fight. I mean, the point is that Dana shouldn't let... Dana's not probably would question. Dana prefers him to stay in the UFC, I'm sure. But if McGregor shows passion for another fight, I'll bet you he gets another fight.